Duty is a fundamental concept that shapes our behavior and guides our actions throughout life. From moral duties to legal obligations, we constantly face situations where we must decide how to act in accordance with our sense of responsibility. However, in many cases, these situations are complex and challenging, making it difficult to determine the right course of action. To help individuals navigate these complexities, various duty guides have been developed over the years, offering frameworks and principles for making ethical decisions. One such guide is the Prospection Duty Guide, which provides a systematic approach to identifying and fulfilling our duties. The guide emphasizes the importance of considering the potential consequences of our actions and encourages us to act in a way that benefits not only ourselves, but also others around us. However, it is important to note that the term prospection itself can be subjective and open to interpretation. Some may view it through a lens of religion or spirituality, while others may approach it from a more secular perspective. Despite these differences, the underlying principles of the Prospection Duty Guide remain constant, emphasizing the significance of duty in our everyday lives. By understanding and applying the Prospection Duty Guide, individuals can better navigate the complexities of ethical decision-making and strive to fulfill their responsibilities in a manner that benefits both themselves and society as a whole. But if there is no wrong or right way, what is the point? What is the use of this duty? And what is the meaning of life? These are some of the questions we will answer in today's video. So watch this video until the end to find out. Before we get into it, we want to thank you for your continuous support. If you are new here, do make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our videos. The Prospection Duty Guide is a comprehensive framework that helps individuals navigate complex situations by providing a step-by-step approach to identifying and fulfilling one's duties. This guide recognizes that we all have different beliefs, values, and perspectives, and it offers a flexible system that can be applied to a wide range of ethical dilemmas. At its core, the Prospection Duty Guide is based on the idea that we have a responsibility to consider the potential consequences of our actions and to act in a way that benefits not only ourselves, but also those around us. This can manifest itself in various ways depending on the situation at hand. For example, it might involve treating others with kindness and compassion, being honest and transparent in our dealings, or standing up for what we believe is right, even in the face of adversity. One of the key features of the Prospection Duty Guide is its emphasis on foresight and planning. Before making a decision, the guide encourages us to carefully consider the potential outcomes and to choose the course of action that is most likely to lead to positive consequences. This involves not only thinking about our own needs and desires, but also considering the impact our actions will have on others and the wider community. By taking a proactive and forward-thinking approach, we can better ensure that our decisions align with our sense of responsibility and contribute to the common good. In addition to its focus on foresight, the Prospection Duty Guide also emphasizes the importance of fairness and impartiality. When faced with a moral dilemma, the guide encourages us to evaluate the situation objectively and to treat all parties involved fairly. This means considering all perspectives, being open to different viewpoints, and making decisions that are free from bias or prejudice. By approaching situations with an open mind and a commitment to fairness, we can better ensure that our actions are guided by a strong sense of duty and integrity. Overall, the Prospection Duty Guide provides a valuable framework for navigating the complexities of ethical decision-making. By embracing its principles of foresight, fairness, and responsibility, we can strive to fulfill our duties in a manner that benefits both ourselves and the world around us. Remember that duty is not just about following rules or adhering to external expectations. but rather about cultivating an inner sense of responsibility and integrity that guides us towards making ethical choices. But still, many people ask, is there any right or wrong way? Is there any use of duty? To understand this, we must look at the nature of duty. Duty is a concept that has been explored by philosophers for centuries, and there is no single definition that encompasses its full complexity. However, at its core, duty refers to a moral obligation or responsibility that we have to ourselves and to others. It is the sense of what we ought to do, regardless of our personal feelings or desires. There are various theories and perspectives on duty, each offering a different lens through which to understand its nature and scope. One prominent view is that of Kantian ethics, which emphasizes the importance of acting in accordance with universal moral principles. According to this view, our duties are derived from reason and logic, and they apply to all rational beings. Kant argued that we have a duty to act in a way that could be used, meaning that we should only do something if we could, without contradiction, will that everyone else do the same. This view highlights the universality and impartiality of duty, suggesting that our moral obligations are not based on subjective preferences or emotions, but rather on objective, rationally derived principles. Another perspective on duty comes from virtue ethics, which focuses on the role of character and habit in shaping our moral behavior. Proponents of this view, such as Aristotle, argued that our duties are rooted in our nature as human beings, and that we develop our sense of duty through the cultivation of virtues like courage, honesty, and compassion. This perspective emphasizes the importance of living a virtuous life and following one's conscience as a guide for determining one's duties. In contrast to these deontological approaches, which emphasize the inherent rightness or wrongness of actions, there are also consequentialist theories of duty. These theories, such as utilitarianism, argue that the rightness or wrongness of an action is determined by its consequences. According to this view, our duties are those actions that maximize overall happiness or well-being. Utilitarians argue that we have a duty to promote the greatest good for the greatest number of people, and we should act in a way that produces the best overall outcome. Despite these different perspectives, there are some common threads that run through various conceptions of duty. At its core, duty is about responsibility, both to ourselves and to others. It is the sense of what we ought to do, regardless of our personal feelings or desires. Furthermore, duty is often seen as a necessary foundation for a just and orderly society. By adhering to our duties, we contribute to the common good and create a world in which we can all thrive. Moreover, fulfilling our duties is not only about avoiding negative consequences, but also about actively working to create positive change. It is about striving to be the best versions of ourselves and making a positive impact on the world around us. So when someone asks, is there a right or wrong way? The answer is that it depends on your perspective and the specific situation. Different moral and ethical theories offer different perspectives on what constitutes right and wrong conduct, and these perspectives can influence how we understand our duties and obligations. Ultimately, the question of right and wrong is a complex one that requires careful consideration, empathy, and a willingness to engage with different perspectives. There is no easy answer, and what may be right in one situation may not be right in another. It is also important to recognize that the concepts of right and wrong are not absolute and can vary across cultures, religions, and societies. What is considered right or wrong can be influenced by a variety of factors, including social norms, religious beliefs, and legal regulations. As such, it is essential to be aware of and sensitive to the different perspectives and beliefs of others when discussing issues of morality and ethics. In conclusion, the question of whether there is a right or wrong way to fulfill our duties is a complex one that has been debated by philosophers for centuries. While there is no easy answer, we can strive to be more ethical and responsible individuals by considering the various perspectives on duty and the potential consequences of our actions. By doing so, we can work towards creating a better world for ourselves and future generations. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.